Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to EA Tetragrammaton, where we are playing It is turn 147. Let's jump into things. By God. Alright. Mental attack on Lich 26 or Lich 36, but unsuccessful. Whole bunch of corpse man construction, Kusarikus, Anzus, Infernal Tempests, Curse of Blood, Summon Yetis, Naiad Warriors, etc. Another mental attack on Vamp 31, but resisted. We did some Gift of Reason. Cool. We did another, or had another attack on Vamp 33, resisted. Had another attack on Vamp 34, resisted. And yeah, a whole bunch of ritual casting. Magic Battle in Black Alps. Another Wraith Lord. This one targeting a commander. I don't really know what's up with this, but whatever. A magic phase attack between a Melkart and a force of Lonkin Long Dead. Bunch of blood hunting on our part, and then miscellaneous battles. So we are attacked in Ross and lose. We attack in Witchhaven and win. Took Mirius, took Obulshin, battled in Comsath and won. Got hit in Cloudcap Spires. Nothing. We took control of White Forest. Got hit in Resting Heights. The control of Eterol. And had a battle in Work Inham where we won. Battle in Trotern where we won. Battle in Villia where we won. Unexpected occurrences. In Dershid we got 3 air gems. In Tesiphon we got 2 water gems. And in the Whispering Wastes, a unit has been cursed. And we gained 31 gold. Cool. Whatever. And that's, for the most part, it. Alright, let's talk about what is happening. We are putting plans in motion. We have the vast majority of our units in Halbathria are kitted out, ready to go. We are sending in... Ooh, that can't be right. Take my cheat real quick. Would be 42 Vampire Lords. So we are sending Vamp 41 and Vamp 42. Check those real quick. Off to Halbathria with all of the Storm Demons, with another set of Fiends of Darkness. We will continue to reinforce this, but this force is actually going to travel from Halbathria to Rathabolia. I don't know, maybe they won't. They might actually just sit in Halbathria, so we'll see. So this turn, it's 47. Next turn will be 48, and we will be moving to Ivermark. Following turn will be 49. We will be moving to Rathabolia. So actually part of what I want to do is I want to, well, no, I think we're fine. We're trying to, again, continue to make sure that we spread our Dominion. Because our Dominion is going to be helpful for things like Gift of Health, etc. So that's another reason why we might actually sit and wait, with flying forces here in Halbathria. Aside from that, we are moving a bunch of elders around just for buffing, or we are raiding in a number of different locations, right? Raiding in Iron Range, raiding into Comsath, attacking into Erd, attacking into Anglovania, attacking into Traban. Got a bunch of other people just moving or maneuvering about, right? That's all good. Actually, come on. If there's anything else super big, we continue to summon Anzus. We continue to summon Naiad Warriors. We continue to summon Kusarikus here. Continue to do corpse band construction. We're sitting at 1900. Obviously, we're not gonna bring everything that is here. Like, we're not gonna bring these long dead. We're not gonna bring like these shadow soldiers, for example, right? We are primarily probably not going to bring these flagellates, although maybe we will. Alright, they take a bless. Who knows? This hits twice, so yeah, actually we'll probably bring them. Anyways, before I get like super distracted. We're not bringing everything, but we're going to bring the majority of it, right? Most of it is going to be moving. And when we do, we're going to be working towards most of our raiders. We're going to try to have around the Raphobolian area. That way we can try to control movement wherever we can, right? And help prevent getting cut off, getting bounced, etc. I'm also so we'll talk about this. He's putting a bunch of fire stuff here in Raphobolia, which diminishes our ability to effectively utilize flames from the sky. So, for example, we got fire snakes have resist fire 25, fire drakes have resist fire 15, right? So none of those, which mainly fire snakes and fire drakes. What about Seers? Ears do not have any resistances. Well, they are sacred, but they're not going to be auto blessed necessarily. So. But they have a lot of HP, as do the ogres, right? So basically, it's going to boil down to like it's unlikely that flames from the sky concentrated on Raphobolia is going to do anything. There could be, we might still end up doing it, and here's why. I don't know though. We'll have to see. Basically, it's not gonna kill anything. It's not gonna kill the fire snakes. It's not gonna kill the fire drakes. It'll kill all the kidnids that it touches. It might damage the ogres and the Seers, maybe kill a number of them, but it might also kill a fair number of other units that he has, like other mages, basically. So there's that. I don't know that we want to utilize that much firepower on something like this. I say that, I'm going to laugh when this whole fucking stack dies in Raphobolia again. But we have to be cognizant of what's happening elsewhere, right? We've got massive stacks on our border with Lanka, in multiple places, in Yomi, in Javalkish, in Sleepy Wolds, etc. And those flames from the sky is going to be really useful for helping deal with those types of things, right? So we need to be cognizant of that. Another thing that we're going to be doing, and this is in kind of happening in our forging, but that is... Oh, you know what? Just remembered something to cancel it. I am wrong. We are forging some things like Great Swords of Sharpness, and things like Boots of Giant Strength. Those are going to be paired with things like Burning Pearls and Rings of the Warrior in order to super boost people's attack skill, and their strength. I say people, but really what I mean is Air Gudus, right? So like we can take an Air Gudu who has a base of 25 strength, right? We can stick some Boots of Strength on them. They're at 20 strength. We can put a Burning Pearl and a Ring of the Warrior on them. They're at 20 attack skill suddenly. I think the Great Swords of Sharpness, for example, they also have like 4 attack skill on them, so they're going to be sitting at 24 attack skill. And hitting pretty hard with something like a Great Sword of Sharpness. And it's very expendable gear. And then we can just Cloud Trapeze an Air Gudu or 5 onto a location. That's really the more realistic scenario there, is like 5 Air Gudus onto a location. And then have them do like, bless, flight, attack, rear, that type of thing. Honestly, they don't even have to bless necessarily. It's just in that type of situation, it's important to get on the targets as soon as possible because you want to try to get on the targets before they get through their buff cycles, right? But it's just another option, right? So we'll talk more about kind of like what our options there are here in a second. Other movement wise, I think we're pretty much it. We got an Isham moving down to Kailasa. Kailasa, I think, will be mostly prepped for war at that point. It doesn't really have the manpower necessarily, or like the mage core, but it has all of the particulars, right? It has all of the individual things that we're generally looking for. So that should be fine. And with a couple more turns of like Kidnids and Anzus especially, it will have the siege strength to try to take down something like Realm of Silence. What else? That's mostly it as far as like actual movements go. Then we get into, you know, like I said, forging stuff. Most of our forging is moving away now from, well, I say away now. We're probably going to do one more round. Well, one more. We might actually do a whole lot more. We're probably going to continue to make dragon helms because I think they're just very cost-efficient items, right? We're probably going to continue to make Rings of the Warrior because I think they're very cost-efficient items, right? Dark Skies is going to be a potential issue with Hinnom, and then a potential issue with Lanka afterwards, possibly, right? Unless we are able to get it ourselves, and with the rate we've been spending air gems, I don't think that's likely, honestly. So, instead, I think we're going to continue to create Dragon Helms, Demon Banes, Rings of the Warrior, but we're also moving towards making more gear, more actual, like, usable combatant gear as we bring in more Tartarians. We have our first unfeeble-minded Tart in a long time, and of course, immediately he goes to pillage our capital, so that's fun. We've got another 3 sentient tarts. Check through. Got one. This is another one. He's not feeble-minded, but he's weakened and lost an arm, so not in great condition. We don't want to send him out like that. And then we have Tart 6 is still feeble-minded. We have Tart 17 is still feeble-minded. So we're working on those. And then we are summoning 2 tarts per turn, and basically what we're going to start doing is we're just going to start being very choosy, and as they come unwounded, like this one, right? We're going to start Gift of Reasoning them, or Divine Naming them, depending on which gems we want to be saving at the time. So we're going to start to develop a little stockpile of Tartarians, and then we're gonna start bringing them into the fold whenever possible, and that is probably going to be utilized as a big force against Lanka in the near future, I would assume. So Hinnom is on the way out, has been on the way out for a while now, but I mean, at this point, I think as a player, they are on the way out, right? They were very, very invested in the fight until the issue, the mess up with the wish, which is rough, and losing Arcane Nexus in that manner really put them on the back foot. So now, they kept fighting, which was awesome. They did a great job, but it's at this point to where like fatigue is set in and inevitability is set in, and now the player's more like, okay, well, fuck it, let's finish this, please. That type of thing. So We're going to try to oblige, but we're not going to be rushing into the mix. We are trying to keep our eyes on things, by the way, because, you know, it's basically a situation of as soon as this is done with Hinnom, Lanka and I are going to be at each other's throats, if it even takes that long, right? I mean, technically, I've gotten pinged over here a couple times, and I have pinged a couple times, so we're basically, like, over here, I'm assuming all bets are off as soon as, like, something vital comes up, but on the western front, or the eastern front, rather, sorry, I guess it depends on who you're talking about. On our eastern front, things have been very civil, so that's not gonna last. We've got to figure that out. And I think the tarts are going to be one of the major ways that we move forward with that. Is there anything else? I don't really think there's anything super duper interesting that we're making this turn. Just generic stuff. Armor of Knights. We're doing some Earth Boots to boost up one of our, or actually to replace one of our Earth Boots that this Lich is using now. We've got a couple of Liches that actually have respawned that I'm not sending to the front yet, and that's because we're no longer producing our magic resistance gear. We might actually fall back into that, but we're just gonna have to see. But yeah, next couple turns should actually have a fair amount of. Again, I say next couple turns. We are moving towards battles, like big battles, sooner rather than later. We're probably going to move in pretty rapid succession from Raphabolia, like attacking from Halbathria to Raphabolia, attacking from Pangaea to White Forest, attacking from Kailasa to Realm of Silence, right? And the plan there is to kind of just shift that line forward and hopefully take all of these thrones. Who the fuck knows? We'll see how it goes, right? But we're gonna have to jump on it sooner rather than later. So that's pretty much the end of the turn, I think. Fingers crossed that Relay just stays in the pond. Although, again, I go back to that situation of if I can just get, like, 2 of these thrones, I don't even need all of these thrones, but I would love to have all of these thrones. But if I can get, like, 2 of these thrones, I could start Dom pushing significantly harder. And I'm even in the consideration of, like, you know, with Ishibs, I could take a Shambler-skinned Ishib. No, I would not a Shambler skin. I'd have to put like a ring of water breathing on them, and put like a Shade Mail Haberkin on them, and then actually do some stuff like God. I'd have to look it up. I can't remember what all the items are, but there are some a little cat eye charm or whatever. That's, that nature? Seems weird. No, like, not the cat charm. Not that. I don't remember what it is, but there are a couple of items that are stealth-oriented item, like stealth boosters, right? That we could take and put on our Ishibs. Or even on some NCs. And, like, go into Relayan territory and just start preaching. Like, I think that could actually work. It would take us. It wouldn't be good to do with NCs because we don't have enough NCs, but we've got a lot of Ishibs on the coast now. It would take a while to get that accomplished. It would take like 10, 15 turns to get like a good batch going. But we actually could potentially just Dom kill. Well, I say that. The issue is we can get some of these outlying regions, but I don't think it'd be really hard to get like Relay, Boat Eater, Emerald Lake, Lake Seaweed, you know. those spaces. But I don't know. Alright, anyways, I'm just rambling at this point. There is light at the end of the tunnel, hopefully. Very interested to see how this all turns out. Honestly, this game is probably going to go to something like turn 200. Unless Lanka is able to mount a rush in the near future, like if they have a plan of like a couple of like teleports or something like that, which is another reason why I have my god here, by the way. Have my god like on the front line, decently in range. Like I'm in range of Raphabolia, in range of White Forest. I think I'm in range of Realm of Silence. Maybe not, because I think Gateway only has like a 5. No, it's 6. Yeah, so I'm in range of everything. I can take my god and as many troops as he can carry, which is a fair amount, to Raphabolia, to Realm of Silence, or to White Forest. So if Lanka does have some sort of plan, that's one of the reasons why my god is positioned here, from like 20 turns ago, basically. So yeah, I think that's probably it for the turn. Next couple turns, we will be marching towards battle in, like I said, rapid succession. I think Pangea is just about ready to go. And we haven't really talked about this in a while, but recruitment-wise, I'm basically doing either Incies or Gurus here in the capital. I'm doing a recruitment of Musushus and Inky's Chosen every turn in the capital, so we've got a very large army here in the capital. Actually, resource usage is becoming an issue. We're going to have to start popping out a couple more endless bags of wine, which we can do now, which is cool. But in all of the fronts, all of the border or front fortresses, Pangea, Kailasa, Halbathria, we're doing Gudus, and we have been doing Gudus basically every turn for several turns, kind of boosting things up. And then on the coastal forts, a lot of the coastal forts, we've been doing more and more Ishibs. Just trying to build up that force, that counter force, should it be required. We're up to 40 defense in Tenera? Jesus. It's crazy. Alright. Pull here. Alright. I keep hemming and hawing. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.